Okay, this next segment has to do with Redmere cables and how I use them in my home entertainment center. And there's some things that you need to know. First I'll show you the packaging. This is the 15-footer, and this is the High Speed Redmere cable. That is this one is rated at 18 gigabits per second, and as you can see, the cable is rather quite small. The cable itself is bi-directional, meaning it passes information in both directions. However, the cable in itself is directional, in that on the ends it'll say on here, one is for TV and this other end is source. So it's important that you get that hooked up correctly. This cable here is your typical HDMI cable. As you can see, the difference in size, and in fact this is probably a 28 or a 30 gauge cable, and which to me is underrated. You should have at least a 24 gauge cable, HDMI cables throughout your system. So now one thing I wanted to point out on the Redmere cables is one thing I didn't realize, or really wasn't discussed much in the description of them, is they cannot be used in a daisy chaining or piggybacking situation. Meaning you can't extend, you can't plug one cable into another, or you can't, it cannot be used as an input to your receiver and then as an output out of your receiver. It's suggested to only be used as inputs or outputs from out of your home entertainment center of your receiver. Okay, here online you'll see from Monoprice the regular HDMI cable. This is the cable I was telling you about to get. This is a premium 24 gauge high-speed certified male-to-male HDMI cable. Okay, this is net jacketed, which they classified as a CL2. So this is good for like putting in the wall. This, in fact, this is what I ran up through my wall to the TV. Here are the listings for the Redmere cables that they have at Monoprice. They have all different colors, different sizes, and as you can see, these are the 18 gigabit. If that shows up very well here, I'm not sure. Okay, and a closer up shot of one of the red ones that they have. And as you can see there, the price on this one is $17 for a 6-foot 18 gigabit, which would be which will handle 4K, the newer 4K resolution TVs, no problem. So future proofing. So here's the back of my home entertainment center, where I've got the Redmere cables running from my set-top box and also my Apple TV and a couple other components that I have. And so the Redmere cable goes from those components to the input of the receiver, and then my output from the receiver is just a regular standard HDMI cable, which is a 24 gauge net jacketed cable, coming down into my faceplate. So this is where you cannot use a Redmere cable in a situation like this, because that would be classified as like piggybacking or daisy chaining. So because I have this set up like this, I didn't want just the cable running down through the wall and then out right to the receiver. That way I have the option, I can just take any size cable and I can move my entertainment system around to wherever I want and do it this way. So I have just a standard HDMI cable going into here, and then standard HDMI cable going up through the wall to the TV. So once again, the Redmere cables cannot be used both as an input and an output source. It has to be either or and not both. Any questions or comments, leave them below. Have a great day.